1019 KACQ.
Good afternoon. I'm Casey Chapman here with your local Lampasas area news. This newscast is a service of Hoff Power Ford. It was another fairly easy day for LPD. Outside of another handful of animal complaints for animal controls, officers were sent out on a suspicious activity call in the lunch hour in the 200 block of North Porter. A fraud was reported in the 300 block of West First, and a non-injury wreck was swept up in the 200 block of North Key. In the 10 o'clock hour last night, 40-year-old Eric Rain Montoya of Lampasas was arrested in the 500 block of South Hackberry Street on a pardons and parole warrant for a parole violation and an assault charge, possession of marijuana, possession of a controlled substance, driving while his license was invalid with a previous conviction, displaying fictitious license plate, evading arrest with a previous conviction, and tampering with evidence with the intent to impair. At the same time and place, 20-year-old Hannah Marie Burns of Cove was arrested for possession of a controlled substance. She also had a Lampasas County warrant for possession. No arrests were made by the county. Lomita had a couple of livestock issues. Other than a suspicious person call, Kintner stayed quiet. County deputies worked a civil matter, went out on an animal complaint, and were sent out to Cove on a suspicious person call. The burn ban has been lifted until 5 p.m. on Monday. Stick around, more Lampasas local area news is coming up next.
There's nothing like a Ford, and there's no better place to get yourself driving that new Ford like Hoff Power Ford in Lampasas. With many different vehicles to choose from, with the best prices in Central Texas, with the highest quality and friendliest service center that takes care of you and your car for years to come. Don't wait any longer. Check them out at 902 North Key Avenue in Lampasas, or go online to hford.com. See their inventory, value your trade-in, and take advantage of their local pickup and delivery. Or call Spencer McKnight at 512-556-3631. Get yourself driving your new ride today. There's nothing like a Ford.
Don't forget, the deadline to file to get your name on the ballot for the May 1st City Council race is February the 17th. You'll have till 5 to get it in either by mail or in person at 312 East 3rd Street here in Lampasas. The mayor's seat along with place 1, 2, and 6 are up for grabs. Nobody won the Mega Millions Tuesday night, which means tonight's jackpot is $970 million, so good luck. The President Biden calling to raise federal minimum wage to $15 an hour.
If approved by Congress, this would nearly double the current $7.25 an hour. The plan is to tuck the hike into a sprawling COVID relief package, but Congressman Henry Cuellar of San Antonio wants it phased in with help to businesses.
Look at the small businesses that have been hit very hard, don't have the money, so that's why we're doing PPP.
The Biden administration argues that raising the federal minimum wage would put more money into the pockets of many of the same essential workers who have been on the front lines throughout the pandemic. Michael Board, TSN News.
Now that there's a new president, what's that mean for the border wall? TSN's Barbara Schwartz.
President Biden has said he would stop construction of the wall. Mariana Trevino-Wright, executive director of the National Butterfly Center in Mission, Texas, on the border, hopes that's true, but she says having a new president doesn't mean the battle is over.
And it really gives us no assurance until all of the contracts are canceled, until congressional funding over the last 4 years is redirected, and all of the land condemnations cease.
She says the proposed wall would have resulted in the loss of 70% of their land. It's not going up on the Butterfly Center, but it's being built on either side of them on a national wildlife refuge. Barbara Schwartz, TSN News.
In sports, the 15-2 Badger boys will be back on home court tomorrow to take on Gatesville. There won't be a 9th grade game since Gatesville is still getting some of their kids back from COVID issues. JV tips off at 5 and varsity at 6:15. Around the district, Glen Rose sits at the top at 2-0. Stephenville at 2-1. Lampasas and Brownwood both at 1-1. And Gatesville sits in the winless column at 0-3. The now 17-6 Lady Badgers look for their first district win tomorrow when they hit the road to take on Gatesville. You can hear that game live on KCYL 1450 on the AM side.
For your COVID-19 update, yesterday's estimated active COVID numbers around the region reported from the state shows Bell County revising their numbers down by 140, setting them at 2,763. Coryell County up by 15, putting them at 718. Burnett down 3 with 226 active cases. Mills jumped 27 with 101. San Saba down 5 at 62. And Hamilton now up 3, showing 71 active cases. Here locally, as of last night, Lampasas County was reporting 117 active cases. That's a 27-case hike from the previous report. The number of total cases now sits at 1,296. 7 remain hospitalized, and the fatality stands at 16. and 1,163 Lampasas County residents have recovered from the virus so far.
Thank you to our viewers. We'll see you again tomorrow. I'm Casey Chapman here with your local Lampasas area news.
1019 KACQ.